Hi everyone, 20 lines that we're doing over the weekend. Let's get cracking. Dixerat, she had spoken. If you remember, this is where we've just had, we've just had Venus convincing Vulcan that she needs these weapons or these arms for her son. She had spoken, and the goddess, find your subject, Diwa, she had spoken, and the goddess with her niwes, with her snowy arms, caresses him. Fawet, I've said for caresses him with her or in her soft embrace. He ille repente immediately acepit. He immediately felt the solitam flammam, the usual flame, and the notus, the well-known. This is about the most unsexy sex scene that one could get, I think, and the well-known warmth entered the notus, the well-known calor warmth, and intravit entered medullas, his marrow, and cucurit, and ran through his bones. Next bit, non secus, not unlike when, I suppose, laetotes, bursting. Now this is quite a difficult bit. When once rupta, bursting through with a tonitru korusco, with a clap of thunder, a miskens, a sparkling ignea, rima, a sparkling rim of flame. Is that right? A sparkling rim of flame races. Cucurit races through, it's not cucurit, sorry, percurit, races through the nimbus, the rain clouds, lumine, with a flash of light, with a flash of light. Sensit. She felt, or I'm sorry, I haven't found my subject of the sensit, which has got to be the conjuncts at the end of the sentence. The wife sensit, felt it, lighter, happy Dolis, with her trickery and conscia, conscious of her formae, of her beauty. Good line there that we've got. Tum pater, I'm sorry, I'll just get rid of some of that, hard for you to read. Tum pater, then the father, in this case it is the father that is Vulcan, then the father, in brackets Vulcan, bound by his aeterno amore, bound by this immortal love, fator, speaks, my apologies. Quid, why do you seek causas, reasons, ex alto, from long ago? Fiducia cesit quod tibi diva me. Where has your trust, your fiducia me, your trust of me, fled to, diva goddess? Similis, si cura, nice conditional that we've got coming up here. If your anxiety had been the same, if your anxiety had been the same, tum, then also, as in back then, during the Trojan War, when she was using those excuses, if you remember, about you did this to help Achilles, wasn't it, Thetis, etc., and you didn't, and I didn't ask for your help then, even though Priam's sons, etc., that we just did. Tum, then also, if your anxiety had been the same then also it would have been right for nobis here expressing the plural expressing the singular idea, for me to arm the Trojans, nec pater, and this is an interesting sort of view of the gods actually in immortality and fate, coinciding, I suppose, here with, it's not so much that things can or cannot happen, but the gods have some leeway, I suppose, for when they happen. Nec pater, for the omnipotent Father, this is Jupiter, for the all-powerful Father, or neither the all-powerful Father nor the Fates, forbade Troy to stand, and Priam to superesse, remember Priam, the king of Troy, to survive for another 10 years, for another decem annos, for another 10 years. And now, if you are bellare paras, if you are preparing to go to war, and this is your mindset, this is your decision maybe, quid, whatever partitive genitive, whatever of care there is in my blah, 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 whatever care there is in my or I am able to promise, whatever care I am able to promise in my skill. Quod fieri, whatever is able, fieri, to happen from ferro, from iron, and or with iron and with liquid. I love this, with a liquid electrum, a sort of combination of gold and silver, with liquid electrum or amber, my dictionary said. Whatever the fires and the winds and the air control, absiste, or allow, are strong enough to allow, whatever, valent, absiste, cease indubitare, cease to doubt, tuis viribus, cease to doubt your strength, precando, by begging. Cease to doubt your strength with begging, your powers with begging. Ea verba locutus, speaking those words, he gave the optatos amplexus, the longed-for embrace, and infusus, melting into the gremio, because I've already used the word embrace. I looked for a different word for the gremio here. Melting, in the, I've just said love of his wife. He petiwit, he sought rest, quiet rest, placidum sopordem, he sought quiet rest through all his limbs, in every limb, throughout his limbs. Very well done, everyone. I will see you all on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend.